hear that you need on a midnight train. That's alright, little baby, cause I feel just the same. I don't wanna hold you, so get out of here. Don't make me say it again, I just wish you'd disappear. Just roll over to the next one. Get the hell out of here. Roll over to the next one, cause I'm never gonna want you here. Just roll over to the next one. Get the hell out of here. Roll over to the next one, cause I'm never gonna want you here. They say that I need you. Listen to you. You sound like a woman who never put me through what you put me through. You say I wanna make it, but I'll prove you wrong. Life ain't never been kind to me, but I'll keep on rolling strong. Just roll over to the next one. Get the hell out of here. Roll over to the next one, cause I'm never gonna want you here. Just roll over to the next one. Get the hell out of here. Roll over to the next one, cause I'm never gonna want you here. Never want you for long. Never gonna want you for long. Let's make it quick, break out of here. You'll find another sucker soon, so you should never fear. If no tears will all that you can't lie. I know who you are and I'll tell the world you ain't never been one no cry. Cause you're a low down hoe, evil personified. This man ain't got no reason to lie. Jump ship at the sight of another man, and let me hear the time with my heart in your hand. You ain't the first and I know you won't be the last to jump from the future right into my past. But that's life, baby. Right or wrong, I can't I'm gonna roll over to the next one. Get the hell out of here. Roll over to the next one, cause I'm never gonna want you here. Just roll over to the next one. Get the hell out of here. Roll over to the next one, cause I'm never gonna want you here. What's up, guys? Very cool shirt. Thank you. Thank you, Swan. I'm proud of that one. This shirt. Sometimes I'll spend a little money on something. And when I saw this shirt, Fight Racism with Malcolm X on it, and it is vintage, so yeah, I had to spend a little bit on it. And I've got another really cool one coming in the mail. 2 new ones coming in the mail, which should be tomorrow or the next day. Who the hell knows? Let's see who's in here. Wolfie. Swan. Wolfie. Swan. Wolfie and Swan. Guys, sorry I've been gone this weekend. You know, sometimes you don't feel like fucking posting. And, but we're back on Martin Luther King's birthday. Guys, hopefully, if you had the day off today, hopefully you did something nice for yourself, or someone else. Hopefully you had a nice relaxing day by turning off the news and, you know, focusing on some positivity. Happy MLK Day. Uncut Jaw. All right. There's only 3 of us here. That's okay, though. Now there's 6 of us.
Guys, it's been a tough weekend. It's been a tough weekend for everybody. Not me mentally or anything. I had a good weekend. It's just that, our country, whew, got a lot of nasty stuff going on. Wolfie, I did want to talk to you, man, because those protesters up in Minnesota did something. I want to know what you think about it. Yeah, I've been waiting to talk to Wolfie. These protesters went in. I don't know if you guys, and this is just our news segment. We're going to get away from this. I just want to go over something really quickly. The protesters up there decided to go into a church because the church was headed by a guy, the preacher of that church, the one who talks about God every Sunday, also works for ICE. So, yeah, you got kind of a contradiction going on there when you talk about Jesus and immigrants and things like that. I don't think Jesus would be very happy to know that there's a guy preaching the word about him who does not live like that. He says this, and then he goes out and he does this. Now, look, we've talked about already how certain sects of religion in the United States have gotten very unpopular. Okay? Visually, this doesn't look good for Christians. Okay? But I look at it like, me personally, I probably wouldn't have protested inside the church. I probably would have protested outside. But then again, different situation up there. Okay, they've been pushed and prodded and pushed and punched and kicked, and they feel like they're not being heard. And when people are like that, they're going to be more desperate on their protest. They're going to go to the places where they know they're going to be heard or seen without getting their asses kicked. Because these days, the only way that you're heard or seen is if you're getting your ass kicked by ICE agents. And that's just nonsense. Complete nonsense. So I give them an A for effort. Would I have done things a little different? Yes, but I'm not surrounded. Well, I am surrounded by ICE, actually. I'm in Memphis. So I'm proud of Minnesotans for standing up. And Wolfie, in no way do I think that was an attack on Christianity. I think that they're just trying to expose hypocrisy, the exact same thing that this clown-ass, big pumpkin-headed motherfucker, what's his name, Nick Shirley, same thing he's doing. They did the exact same thing. So what's happening is free Americans, freedom lovers are jumping up, and they're saying, you know what, we're going to start taking action. And we're going to start doing it in ways you haven't thought about. Critical thinkers. Ways you haven't thought about that will get attention. And it damn sure did its job. It got attention. So good on them. No one was hurt. And it got the attention that they wanted. All right, so let's go back and read some more. I said happy Martin Luther Day to all the black. At one point there was 17 in here. Yeah, then they saw me. You look like Hugh Janus. Thank you, man. Message held for review. If we didn't have Hispanics or blacks in this world, we would be so peaceful, brother. Wow. 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 Bro. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. You're better than that, man. You're better than that, bro. Because even if you didn't want blacks and Mexicans in the world, guess what? They ain't fucking going anywhere. You got to live with them. So you damn well better learn to fucking tolerate them. If you don't love them, that's on you. That's all on you. But you better tolerate them because they ain't going nowhere. What's up? That's certified a lie. Wow, how incredibly ignorant that comment was. Yeah, very stupid ass comment. And I'm going to give this guy a chance. Well, he's already left. It was just a troll who came in and fucking had to throw that shit up there. I shouldn't have read it, but I just want to show you guys what I read every day. On Facebook. It's disgusting. What are we fucking doing as Americans? Come on, people. Come on, people. These are your brothers and sisters here. Okay? When you see this guy. And the thing that's so messed up about it all is that the Somalis that they're going after, man, that those guys are here legally. They just don't want them here legally. They're too black for them, Too dark. Too dark. They got to go. They got to go. And that nonsense has got to fucking stop. So, with that being said, Wolfie, I know that has nothing to do with you, but I just wanted to see your opinion on it. I mean, if you wanted to give an opinion, you don't have to. You don't have to give an opinion at all. But or Marie, or who else? Trust in the Lord with all your life, and lean not on your own understanding, and all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. Okay, so how many people in that church up there are following Him, or are they following their pastor, who clearly does not belong in that position? Yeah, and I wouldn't want to go to a church that where the preacher practiced just the opposite of what Jesus said in the Bible. Yeah, I looked up a few things about immigrants in the Bible and how Jesus felt about immigrants, and there's no black and white there, man. There's no black and white. Jesus loved immigrants. He loved them. He said, "Be kind to them, feed the poor, feed the hungry," and that just doesn't seem to be, what a lot of people who wear Christ on their shoulder or on their shirts are doing. So I don't know. Maybe it's a wake up call for some of them. Maybe it's not. We're so damn divided in this country now. Who the hell knows? But as long as you're a good person, then you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I'll give you a real quick example today. Okay, there's a girl. Immigrants, yes. Illegal immigrants, no. Okay. It does not specify. So, you can say that, but in the Bible, it does not specify. That's what I'll leave you with there. So, if you want to interpret it as, oh, he just means people who want to come here legally. Well, you know what? If the immigration process wasn't such a fucking pain in the ass in this country, then maybe, just maybe, we'd have a lot more people trying to sign up to come here and not trying to sneak in. Fucked up world. People are trying to get away. Let's talk about Greenland real quick. Yeah, they're not happy. And I don't think they should be happy. It's craziness what the hell they're trying to, what he's talking about with Greenland, okay? That shit right there is bonkers, and it's going to get us in a fucking world war. He needs to quit fucking with them. They're not interested. Why would a Greenlander be interested in becoming an American? Why? They have 50 weeks of paid leave for birth. They have full health care coverage. What else do they have? They have 2 months off a year from work. Why would anybody want to give all that shit up to say, I'm an American? No. Shit, I wish Greenland's fucking king or whoever, however they're run, Greenland's would invade the U.S. so we can get some of that fucking health care. Considering we're the only civilized country in the entire planet without universal health care. So sell America to me again as a Greenlander. Why would I want America to come in and take over my country as good as they have it right now? They're just not going to do it. Sorry. One of them had a big sign. I'll never forget it. It had a big sign that kind of summed it up. It said, "Make America smart again." And I appreciate that sign, because these days we demonize anybody with half a fucking lick of intelligence. But if you're dumber than a box of rocks, Nick Shirley, then you can just go around, dude, look at this, it don't look right. Look, I got a camera, it's black people. They must be doing something wrong. They've got to be they've got to be taking advantage of the government. Look how dark they are. Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. If you've had that thought, check yourself out. You don't belong in civilized society, my brother or sister. If the job he has is ICE, that is his job, and as he is a Christian, then why can't he preach the Bible? That's his job too. Because he's not practicing what he preaches. He's a charlatan, if that's the case. You know, if I went and saw my doctor, and my doctor told me, hey man, you got to fucking lose weight or you're going to die. You know, and then I saw him 2 days later at the buffet, filling up with a plate this fucking high, you know, shoveling in his fucking mouth. I'm going to go over to him. I'm going to say, hey, well, what about the thing you said about how I need to stop eating so much? I need to lose some weight. What the hell is going on? What are you in here doing? So that's where I'm coming from, Wolfie. If they don't mean it, then I don't want to hear it. They better mean every bit of it. If somebody's going to teach me about a text that they believe in, then they better believe it. They better believe it. And you don't prove that you're right by going out and doing the exact opposite that Jesus Christ himself would do. That's where I stand on that. I was just going to say, what's up, Durwood Andrews from band Gen X. I don't know who that is. Wolfie, I get what you're coming. I get where you're coming from, buddy. I get it, man. It feels like an attack on a church. But again, they're in a different situation. Okay? Me personally, if I knew that situation about a church around the corner here, I'd get me a sign and I'd go up on Sunday and I'd stand on the sidewalk. And if people wanted to join me, they could join me. But again, up there, they feel like they're not being seen or heard. And there's plenty of evidence to support that. So, you know, each day they do something a little more controversial. Now, and what's the end goal to it? The end goal to it is, or not the end goal, but what's going to happen, and you heard it here first, is we're going to come to a point as it warms up. It's probably not going to happen anytime immediately. Maybe it just starts warming up. On the streets of Minneapolis, as those crowds grow and grow and grow and grow, here's what's going to happen. One of these ignorant-ass, uneducated ICE goons who got what? 2 weeks training, 3 weeks training, whatever, 6 weeks, whatever the hell it was. They're put into a situation they don't know how to respond to. There's going to be another Nicole Good is going to happen. I said her middle name, didn't I? Another one of those is going to happen. And then another one, and then another one, and then another one. And then eventually what's going to happen is somebody on the streets is going to say, that's enough of this bullshit. And then, then it's going to get nasty. Because it has to get nasty. When crimes go unpunished like that, and that fucking ICE agent that has no accountability at all, we see it. We see it. Other people laugh about it. The people without empathy, they laugh that this woman got her shot in the fucking face. They think it's hilarious. And we see that too. So, when our feet are finally held to the fire enough that we rise up, this list of 4,500 ICE agents that's out there, we'll be making some visits. All right? That's all I'll say. Stop doing dumb fucking shit and assaulting and killing Americans. You're an American. Grow the fuck up. These are your fucking fellow citizens. Protect them from these goons up top. And again, I've got something in my car. If they want to stick their hand in my vehicle the way they did Renee's vehicle, I'll take that fucking thing off. Because I know the law. And these goons who think they have a badge that grants them any special rights at all will not put their fucking hand in my car. They will not ask me for ID. They can try to ask me for ID. They won't get it. The list it's out there. I can't remember if I copied it or not, but we're going to be needing that list because again, there's also it's pretty much a given now that a lot of these ICE agents, a whole lot of them, a large group of them are January 6ers. January 6ers went in, fucked around, and found out, and they got a record. They got a record now, so they can't get a real job. So what do? They take that ICE job. That's who you're dealing with when you're dealing with these ICE. Not all of them, but I guarantee you a large percentage of those people are either January 6ers or white supremacists. You can say Nazis too, but they're the same. I mean, we know what's going on. The problem is that, you know, one segment of the population has shut their brains off, and they expect the other half of the population to shut their brains off. We're not doing it. I didn't go to fucking college for 3.5 years to, you know, so that you can tell me you need to get a trade. You need to go out and fuck you, motherfucker. I ain't getting up on no fucking roof. You go do that. You go pick the fucking vegetables, motherfucker. I ain't doing it. I went to college not to do that kind of shit. Okay. So yeah, you're not going to tell me that I need to be doing these things because I wanted to educate myself and get a higher paying, better job where I didn't have to constantly physically do something. You know? Those jobs are going away, though. Unfortunately, AI is taking all those fucking jobs away. But, all right, that's enough talk about this, guys. At the end of the day, it's about being a good human being. Even when you're protesting, be creative. You know, you don't have to, like here in Memphis, what happened was they had the same protest, I think it was last Monday or Sunday, and a lot of people showed up, and they went down on a big street of ours called Summer Avenue, and they walked on the streets. And it looked like they were going to take Summer Avenue over, but then all of a sudden here comes 15 fucking sheriff's department vehicles. You may have seen the video online, and they just basically push all the protesters out of the way, like, get out of my way or I'm going to run you over. And, you know, in a situation like that, I get it. I mean, you can't block the road like that unless we've gotten to the point where, yes, it's time to block all the roads. Then, but just blocking one like that's not going to do a thing because they're going to come in and they're going to push you out of there and they're going to move you on. So you got to come up with more creative ways to get noticed. You know, you don't want to put yourself in danger, which is almost impossible these days. If you're protesting anything, you're automatically putting yourself in danger. You've seen it. We see it play out on the news. So I would just say to all my fellow American protesters out there who are trying to stand up for minorities, just, you'll know your way. Okay, you'll know your way. And if you have an idea or anything that you think would get a point across without hurting someone, but it will get noticed, because more and more it's difficult to get noticed. So, yeah, that's my word on that. Okay, I love every one of you. I love you, Wolfie. I love everybody, Marie. I love all of you. I know that these people that are in these churches doing these things aren't you. I understand that. But just don't be so quick to defend them. Because that's just one guy. It's just one guy. He's probably the fucking, you know, lost it. He's probably so political now that God may be his trump. You know, they're out there. So, I mean, until, you know, we know more about this preacher, let's find out some more about him. But clearly they did their homework before showing up. So, and they know better than I do because they live there. I don't live there. Okay, Wolf. Oh, I did want to tell y'all one thing. All right. And then we're gonna do this happier me affirmation cards. We need one. We need this deck of cards right here to give us magically some kind of message to keep us motivated. Let's get on with the show. All right, let me finish this off first. Not this. I got to tell my regulars a story the other day that I didn't share with you guys. Okay, we're going to get serious again. Now, last week, a couple of you are pretty aware that I pretty much had a mental breakdown on here. Came in here and I needed help, needed someone to talk to. Mine was all over the place. You guys did it. 3 of you in particular, but a lot of people stopped in and said, "What's up? What's going on?" So thank you for that first off. But I also wanted to share this with you because it just completely flew over my head when it happened. All right? Here goes Mose coming in with the whining. So, you guys know my dad, huge part of my life, passed away 26 years ago. 26 years ago. He passed January 13th, I want to say. Maybe 11th, 12th, 13th, somewhere in there. I try to block it out. Well, we talked about this the other night, how potentially that could have been something rolling through my brain that caused me to have some kind of chemical weirdness happening. Certain times of the year, things that have happened to you in the past that have triggered you might come back, and cause you to be a little off, okay? So we agreed on that. Now, what I didn't tell you guys is I went out in my backyard and I was just going through it, man. I was emotionally not there. I was a wreck. And I sat out in my backyard, and I shit you not, this happened. Now remember, it's January 13th, 12th or 13th, okay? A fucking cardinal flew and landed on my fence right next to me. And I sat there, and I looked at it, and I was like, I know that means something. But I just kind of forgot about it. He flew away, and I knew it was something. I was like, okay, is that a sign? What does it mean? And but I forgot about it, and I wasn't thinking about it too much after that. But you guys helped me through all that nonsense. Well, what I found out, I mentioned it to my wife about seeing the cardinal in the backyard. She said, look that up. And I looked it up, and apparently it's supposed to be a message from a past loved one letting you know that they're still with you. They're still here. And I sat there after I read that and thought, holy shit. And I just missed it. Me, this guy who tells y'all all the time, go where the wind blows, follow your heart, follow your passion. I just completely missed it. And I looked up and thought about my dad, and I know my dad was still with me. I've always known he was, but he was just kind of letting me know right there. Hey man, if you're thinking about coming to visit me or something, if you're thinking about leaving this planet, don't think so much about that. I'm still here with you. So, yeah, that was kind of a cool moment to the 2 people in here listening. All right. All right, here we go. Tell me about your weekend, guys. Did anybody have anything amazing or terrible or anything they want to talk about? Cardinals, ladybugs, certain colors of dragonflies, butterflies, and pennies. I've heard those things. It was just so strange to me because I've seen, and I know they may just be confused right now because the weather's changing so much. I've seen cardinals, and I used to think it was just a sign of early sign of spring. But it's in January. What the hell is he doing down here? He should be up in Wisconsin. Not Wisconsin. No, he should be down in Florida. They're going north for the winter, guys. Where'd everybody go? I think I made Wolfie mad. It's a tough road to keep, man. You don't have Cardinals there. Yeah, but that's what makes this group hopefully special is the fact that I can come in here and tell Wolfie how I feel about that situation up there that they did, and he can question, well, he's this or that. Why can't he be this? And I can tell him what I feel about it. And hopefully we remain friends, and hopefully he's back now. I know he didn't go away because of that. God, why am I so, what's the word I'm looking for? Not confident in knowing that you guys are understanding. I mean, you're critical thinkers. You're part of the CTG. CTG here, getting rid of pennies and the raise to 5 cents, making billions of dollars in the next 2 years. Yeah, I've heard about that. If you've got any pennies, go through them and hang on to them, but definitely go through them. I don't know if you have to hang on to them. There's so many of them. But definitely go through them and look for any valuable ones. Speak to what do you want to speak. All right, here we go, guys. I'm going to flip this around real quick, and we are going to do our affirmation card for the day. Happier Me affirmation card. Yes, I paid $1.99 for those at the Goodwill. Absolutely, I did. So don't judge me. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to pull one of these out. I'm just going to open it, dump them out right here, and then I'm going to think about the events that have happened this weekend. I'm going to get it in my head how I feel about the events that happened this weekend. And I'm going to come down here and just randomly pick a card. There it is right there. You guys have to trust that I'm being honest here. All right. Let's do this. Happiness is a choice. I choose happiness today. You choose what to focus on. Pick a positive thought that you have. Allow the feeling to spread through your body and feel the joy. Repeat daily. Okay. All right. Well, it kind of does have to do with what we talk about in here, because at the end of the day, we want to get to the positive. We don't want to focus on all the negative things out there, and you're not this way or you're not that way. You just lead by example and do the best you can, and choose to be happy. Difficult sometimes, very difficult. So whenever a lot of things, though. I've lived a full life, I can look back on a lot of things that make me happy. I want them to be happening right now. That's all. I just want them to be happening right now. All right. The mark comes in absolutely biblical. It's biblical ones. It will be a digital currency. The mark comes in the next 5 or so years, just my opinion. I believe the ones. I agree. Let's ask this a question. Let's try that. No, I have a book, man, that I've got to find. By the way, progress. House, studio, getting cleaned. I know you're like, bullshit. It is. Slowly but surely. I didn't realize how much crap I had. Isn't that always the case, man? You go through and we think about things that we are stuff. It's stuff. But some stuff is special. And it's hard to let go of some stuff. Ooh. Hang on. So let's make it quick, girl. Break out of here. Yeah. All right. Check it out. Woof. What do you think? No? Yeah? I don't care what you think. Nah. All right, I'm gonna pull one more of these affirmation cards. That one made me feel pretty good. Let me read this real quick. You should see my Beyond Messy garage this spring. I'm doing a major clean of that thing. Too much stuff. Send me some of your stuff. If it's valuable, I'll sell it for you. I know you already sell, so we collect things we don't really need, assign arbitrary value to it, and then keep working to buy more. LOL, it's a trap. Hell yeah, man. Who we got here? Ones who can see. You got the pinned message. You got the pinned message, brother. Or sister. That's a very good comment. I appreciate it. That is what we do. And we're all guilty of it at some point in our life. Yeah. So thank you for that comment. Driver hat. Nice. Very snazzy. Yeah, right. All right. This one's got hearts on the front of it. Okay, let's do this one. It's got a heart. Oh, hold on. This one looks good too. All right, here we go. I glanced at the front of that one. So don't hunter-gatherer. I don't sell anymore. Sometimes I list on Craigslist, but I'm done with eBay. Yeah, I can't say I blame you a bit. eBay is brutal. It's tough out there, getting tougher every day. Speaking of that, man, I stopped at the Benz today, and holy shit, they had a half price sale going on up front. It looked like I couldn't believe how crowded it was. So then I went around to the back to where the bins are at, where the real pickers are at. And there were more people in there than I've ever seen before. And one of my friends was telling me, oh, it was crowded earlier. And I told him, I said, look, it's Trump's America. Look, everybody's out having to, hustle on the side to make a little bit of money. All right. One woman laughed. She heard me. All right. I got to be careful when I say stuff like that because of where I live. 90% of the people around me are conservatives. Not conservatives, they're Trumpsters. All right, here we go. I'm going to flip it around and read this. Here's your next affirmation of the day. Here we go. The power to change my world lies within me. The power to change my world lies within me. If you concentrate on the negative, you will only see problems. If you concentrate on the positive, you will find solutions. The power lies in your thoughts. Don't sabotage yourself for something that hasn't yet happened. Now we're getting somewhere. Now the cards are... Yeah, go ahead, but get the count one. How many times am I going to drop the camera? That's one. That's one. Hey, ones who can see, I appreciate you coming in here. Go ahead and hit that sub button, buddy. Come back and see us again. So that one right there is one that actually relates to everything we've been talking about, Sometimes it's difficult to be positive. Sometimes you go out and you're like, man, everybody's driving 10 miles below the speed limit today. Why? Why is everybody still out? It seems like everybody should be back to work now. Why are there kids everywhere? The kids everywhere one is the one that gets me. I couldn't believe how many kids on Friday, I think, were out. Just out. And I think it's just people homeschooling their kids now. Oh, Lord. Just what we need. Just what we need. But anyway, try to stay positive. Try to don't sabotage yourself for things that have not happened yet. That's perfect for us because it has not happened yet. Somebody has lost their life, and that's a big deal, a huge deal. That's a soul that could have been helping humankind that's not with us anymore for stupid reasons. Okay, but the really bad stuff hasn't happened yet. So I'm just gonna wait for it to happen. Am I pretty sure it's gonna happen? Am I pretty sure I'm gonna be going to Minneapolis over the next 6 months? Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Never been to Minneapolis, but we'll definitely be making a trip up there this summer, without a doubt. So, but I'm going to be positive about it, you know. I'm going to meet wonderful people. I'm going to meet like-minded individuals who want freedom and love and not hate and just want to live. Just want to live. I'm going to meet a ton of those people up in Minneapolis. I'm so looking forward to it. So hopefully when I go to Minneapolis, all you guys won't think that I'm just some raving lunatic. I just feel like I need to be there. If it starts getting bad, I want to be where it is. I want to watch it with my own eyes. I want to see it. I want to be there to react and to help in any way that I can, instead of just looking through a TV. Swan, you don't count. You don't count. You're more than qualified to teach your kids from home. You know what I'm talking about. There should be, I mean, shouldn't there be some kind of license or something maybe that we need to have for homeschoolers? I don't know. Oh, well, they got to graduate, don't they? Still got to graduate. Still got to take some kind of test to graduate, right? Swan, is there any reason that you got your homeschooling your kids? What's your particular reason? Because everybody has one, and you could have a very valid reason for doing it. I don't mind people homeschooling. I don't have an issue with that. I just feel like lately we've been having this big discussion about education in general, and it seems like if you want to go educate yourself these days, you become everyone's enemy. You know, if you want to go to a higher institution of higher learning, people don't like that. They don't like it. They don't like it. I'll never call you dumb. Man, it could be a mechanic. It could be a mechanic with an 11th grade education talking to me, and I could think he was dumber than a fucking box of rocks, but it doesn't matter. If I'm talking to him, that thought would never cross my mind, first off, unless he was just spewing nonsense that just makes no sense, and I'd have to correct him on things. That would be the only giveaway that I would have, or that I would see. But no, other than that, keep the government from indoctrinating your kids to do what the government wants you to do. See, Wolfie, I'm not 100% on board with that, man. Because I was raised by that. I was raised by that. And I'm certainly not a I'm certainly not a bootlicker. So, I mean, the first thing we have to do is we have to teach civics. Civics was taken out of our schools. We need to teach it. Another thing we need to teach, we need a course on empathy. Empathy. You know, in Denmark, they have courses on empathy in their schools. And because they have courses on empathy in their schools, their violent crime rates are way lower than ours are. Hold on. Let me see. My daughter has autism and had zero friends, was being made fun of. Perfectly valid reason. Wait. They wanted to... Wait. made fun of her. The materials they wanted her to read was highly inappropriate for her mental age. What were they? Oh, okay. So, okay. The subjects were, what were the subjects? Not appropriate, and she's doing much better now. Now, look, guys, you got to remember she's in Oregon. So, you know, the views might be a little bit different there than a lot of other areas. So, if they were doing that, that's fucked up. I apologize that they were doing that. Yeah, you're kind of in you're in a special situation, special circumstance. And look, man, I by no means do I think that if you have proper reasons for homeschooling your kids, that's great. All I would ask is that you try your best. And this isn't you, Swan. It's not you, because I know you do all this stuff. But you try to socialize your kids. Socialize your kids. Because if you don't socialize your kids, that's when we have these 18-year-old Call of Duty freaks who are constantly, shooting people on their video games and they can't get laid. So they go out and they shoot up a school. And they do. I mean, we got a lot of mental illness in this country. And there's something to be said about putting yourself out of your comfort zone with different people. Now, at a young age like hers, I understand that kids are assholes, and they probably, there is no probably, I know they did. I remember people doing it when I was in high school. I never did it, clearly. I didn't go around making fun of people with, any differences from me, whether it be mental or skin color or anything like that. So I don't want y'all to think that just because I made that comment, the comment was more towards the Midwestern housewives who have heard over the press that they're putting kitty litter boxes in bathrooms. That's the ones that's the ones I'm talking about. Okay? I mean, if you're not a conspiracy theorist and you understand that there's facts and then there's nonsense, then yes, by all means, raise your kids. And I get it, man. I get it. It's hard to let your kids go to a place that you think that they're going to teach them a certain thing. But we got to that place because of all this bullshit. What was it called that they were calling it? What were they calling that shit that they weren't even teaching in high school? God, the ones that all the white people flipped out over. I can't remember the name of it. If anybody knows the name of it, let it pop up there. It was a few years back. It threw it into the culture war thing, said it was being done in high schools. Not being done in high schools. It was an elective course in college, but for some reason they've taken that and said our teachers are teaching this in high school. And I've never seen any proof of that. Until I see proof of it, I need to see proof. All right? And I'm not talking about God or anything like that. I mean proof of something actually physically happening. Because we have become a country who's gotten so used to just making things bigger than they really are because we keep hearing about it over and over and over on different platforms. That's what I'm getting at. And I know y'all know that. I know that you guys know I'm not trying to beat up on y'all for any of that shit. I'm just telling you my thoughts on the homeschooling thing because I think a lot of people are using that as a political thing. They think that, oh, my kids are going to go to school and they're going to hate themselves for being white. Well, I never hated myself for being white. You know why I didn't? Yes, critical race theory. Thank you. It's a college course, not a high school course. health class was telling her to change to a boy if she felt more tomboyish, which bothered more my daughter's beliefs than even mine. That's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. That's real fucked up. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. That's unacceptable on every level. My God. My God. That's all I'll say about that, Swan. The book was called Homeless Bird by Gloria Whelan. That's the kind of shit that in all the schools. I don't see. That's where I don't. I mean, if I start to see it, if people show me proof of it, I still haven't seen proof of it though. She told me a story there. That's proof enough for me because I trust her. But I wonder if it's where she lives at in the country. That part of the country, much more progressive, much more progressive. So that's what I think may be going on there. Now, Wolf, if you can come with me, if you can come show me that there's rainbow flags hanging up in the fucking schools, that there's they're teaching kids how to have oral sex. If you could show me those kind of things, then absolutely, I will look at that and I will form an opinion on it. I'm just not gonna form an opinion unless I have that. You know what I mean? Because we have to be critical thinkers. CTG, baby. They're trying to make Christian schools do it. Hey, relax. Relax. Me? No, it's relaxing music. Well, whoever they are wrong. And they is not me. Always considered myself to be a humanitarian, I don't know. I don't even, but I also have common sense, okay? And I talked to a girl not long ago. Well, actually, it was a few years ago, actually. And she's cool as shit. Me and her are tight. We're like that. I was her boss. And she probably should have been my boss. I'm not going to lie. No, she's very smart. But she's a very progressive person, too. And I was like shocked. Oh, cool. I got somebody here with kind of understands my brain a little bit. But she's got a younger daughter. Her daughter was going through, 14, 13, 12, 13, 14. And the things she was telling me that she has to deal with, her daughter is like, she's having problems trying to figure out, whether she thinks she's a guy or a girl. And I just heard that and I'm just like, thank God I didn't have kids. Thank God I didn't have kids. I don't have to deal with this. No. But honestly, I just was blown away that she was telling me these things that some of these kids, kids can grab onto something and see it as a trend or grab onto a trend, but and see it as cool because it's something that not many people are doing. I mean, I've seen that happen. I've seen it happen in my family. Certain people, when your brain's not fully developed yet, you're going through these things, but where does it start hurting them to talk about it? Because if you don't talk about it and the way they talked about it, if they said that shit to your kid, that's fucked up. That's real fucked up the way she said that, or he, or whoever the fuck it was. Okay. And I'm sorry that happened to you. I really am sorry that happened to you, Swan. That's awful. Sounds like somebody doesn't need to be in their job. It sounds like we got somebody in there who's either I don't know. a teacher's job is not politics. It's not politics. It's nothing about that, man. It's about learning about our country, learning about the great things we did, learning about the terrible things that we did. It's okay. We're past it. You can't forget about it, though. You teach it. You don't try to whitewash it. You don't try to make it, oh, well, a lot of these slaves knew their owners and this and that, and they were fucking indoctrinated into a system where, in order to survive, they had to buddy up to their fucking master. They had to. They had to do that. So if any of those feelings that people thought were genuine between a slave owner and his slaves, I highly doubt it's as genuine as you think it was or want to say it was. I don't know. Just common sense tells me that. All right, let me go back and read because I've been yapping and yabbing. I'm on the Bible Belt. That crap is bad out here. Which ones? I even moved into the country so she could go to a smarter school, but it didn't help. If anything, it got worse. So she's been homeschooled since since her sophomore and junior year in high school. There. Grammar, anyone? Jellyfish. Fuck grammar. My phone suggested it. There you go. Hey Wolfie, tell liver cheese I'm in the comments. I don't think he can see it again. I see you, brother. I was on a tangent, man. Let me go for a while. I know sometimes they go really long, but all right. I see you, relaxing music. Glad you're here. See, he was not black. Relax. I was telling you. LOL. Oh, you was not blocked. Okay. Just play some Van Halen, dude. I still haven't learned it yet, man. And I haven't forgotten about it. I just still haven't learned it. In our home, there's no trend following. We haven't watched TV in over 16 years now. Man, Swan is Swan, I swear to God, you got to be one of the most unique individuals I have ever encountered in my life. And I've encountered a lot of unique individuals. I mean, look at me. So that's high praise. We just watch movies and documentaries we choose and like. We love to read and do art of all types. We're never bored. LOL. He can see LOL. Thanks, man. Swan, I'm in love. Yeah, you guys, Swan, your kids are gonna be super cool. They're gonna be cool. They're gonna be out there on the front lines. Hopefully, we ain't gonna have any front lines by then. Or what I mean? What am I talking about? They're old enough to be on the front lines now, right? Aren't they? It's not going to be any front lines. Okay? It's not going to be any front lines. We are not going to get to that place where we have to decide who to stand with. I don't think a war between our own people will happen. I think what will happen, a lot of the people who are pissed off at the way their government's being run on the right, who are pissed off about a lot of things in their life, about their not getting paid enough, food being too high, everything, cost of living, rent being fucking 3 times what it was even, 10 years ago? That may be an exaggeration, but I guarantee you it's close, because it's the giant corporations and everybody else pressing those buttons, seeing how much they can get you to take it. Let's go a little bit higher. Let's go a little bit higher. We can make a little bit more. We can make just a little bit more. But what they don't understand, or they do understand and just don't give a shit, is they're all doing it to us. So when you make that 20 cent more or 30 cents more, or whatever it is, yeah, we notice it and we feel it. We feel it when we wake up and we take it back from the top 1%. Everything's gonna be better. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Oh. No, I think what's going to happen is people are going to see some nasty stuff, and people are going to say, you know what? I'm washing my hands of it. Y'all be y'all. I'll be over here. That's probably what's going to happen. And that could be a good thing. That could be a good thing, because it could be people that are right there thinking, I'm ready to get in there and, and do something I shouldn't probably do. And then they see the repercussions of it and they're like, nah, I'm good. We might not be the greatest country in the world, or we damn sure ain't, but we got a lot of good things. We got a lot of good things. I can come on here and talk to you guys about all this stuff. You can talk to me about how you feel about it. That's a huge thing. And we have it right now, but we might not have it soon. And that's the scary part. Okay, guys? My son learned to read and write at age 3. His first trilogy he wrote was at age 5, called Lord of the Dragons. Cool. Lord of the Dragons. He would say, Mom, you don't understand the ramifications of you going to work all the time. The split that split's already happening. Yeah. Sorry, proud mama shining here. You should be proud. You should be absolutely proud. All you guys should be proud. You contribute more. Anybody that's in here that's talking right now, you need to be proud of yourself as a human being. Okay. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Because there are people that once you start talking about a certain thing, they shut down or they walk away or they don't want to hear it. They don't want to have nothing to do with it. And I get that. I get that. It can be hard sometimes to talk about. And you got other people who just want to cuss you. Y'all laughed. Y'all laughed the other day, when I was talking about this right here. My my attention getter when I go out and do audits, Now, I appreciate that, because you do understand what this color and everything is, and look, man, I just, I don't know if I've ever told y'all that story, but I will. I'm absolutely pro-gay, lesbian, and Wolfie, I get it, man. If you, that's that part of you we may never agree on, but it's okay. We don't have to agree on it. We just have to agree that they should be able to live without fear. And I think you feel that way. I do. But because you laughed at it, you think it's funny, and we can laugh about shit like that because it's true. It's true. Look, man, this shirt right here that I got, the Fight Racism with freaking Malcolm X on there. Look, if I was alive during the civil rights movement, I wouldn't be alive. Okay, because I wouldn't sit there and let that shit happen. If I saw that with my own eyes, there ain't no way in hell I would let that happen. And I don't care if it's a law enforcement officer doing it. If you're putting a fire hose on somebody and you're doing, you're just humiliating, that, which it all really comes down to, doesn't it? Just be a fucking nice person. If you're arresting illegals, you don't have to humiliate them. You don't have to go after them in schools or churches or. I I just don't like the way it's all being handled. Handle it a different way. Handle it a different way. We're humans. We can agree or disagree the contributions that immigrants have made to this country. I have a lot of facts there. And, you know, and Wolfie's right about they should be here legally. Yes, they should be here legally. Yes, 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 yes. But again, just a lot of these people are just being locked up in internment camps. Why? Why? What's the percentage of the people being detained that actually wind up being illegal? It's low. It's very low. They won't give you numbers. They won't tell you those things because half the time we don't even know because somebody who might have gotten checked by them, it's just happy to be released. You know what I mean? And they're like, I ain't fucking with them anymore. I'm just shutting up. I ain't saying that to nobody. You know, that's all I'm saying. You know, there's other ways to do these things. But dipshit doesn't know other ways to do things. All he knows is to go in and knock shit over. Which, by the way, the mental health, $2 billion that he took away 2 nights ago, the very next day, reinstated. But he didn't tell anybody. And then another thing happened today. What was it today that got... that they stopped trying to pursue, that he said he was going to do? Something with food. Something with the food banks. He took a whole bunch of money away, and then he put it back in. He's doing the same shit over and over and over. We know his game plan. We know how he works. If there's not a problem there, he's going to fucking make a problem. And if it is a problem, but it's just a small problem, he's going to turn it into a giant problem. I can't stress that enough. That is what he does. And then if he figures out that the public is really fucking pissed off about it, guess what? In the middle of the night, he rolls it back and says, never mind, I didn't mean that. But they don't release anything saying that he did that. That's what he does. That's Trump in a nutshell. He has doubled the funds and rewrote the bills. Oh, hold on. I thought I'd read these guys. Sorry. Oh, I'm way behind again. What the hell happened? Okay, here we go. Have you seen the videos of my son doing his music on my channel? I haven't looked at those yet. They're from back when he was 15 and younger, but very cool. I do have a recent short of him reading a D&D Mad Lib. I'll check that out. I've seen your dog shorts, clearly. Odin. Question, will the Black Panthers accept white people under these circumstances? It's a good question. I was actually thinking about that the other day because I was kind of joking around. I saw that they were popping back up there in Minneapolis. I think they've shown their faces, and I want to know, can I come in? I mean, if they'll take me in, then I'll gladly go. I just don't know that. What's the procedure with that? I mean, that's a good question, Relaxing. Would they? I don't know. Maybe I'll ask them. Maybe I'll ask if I get invited to the barbecue. Ooks Grammar, LGBTQ. He has doubled the funds and rewrote the bills. Love the hat, man. I just put it on. It's a Carlos Santana hat. Let's see. Appreciate it, Relaxing. That's awesome. It's a good question too, Relaxing. I've always wondered about that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin your Black Panther party. We'll start our own. We can call it the White Possums. Oh man, we you know, at least at a minimum, the conversations are started. You know, about things that a lot of people have not wanted to talk about for a long time. And if conversations can be started, then that's progress. As hopeless as it sometimes looks. So, look at me turning a lemon into some lemonade. No, we got to do that. We got to do that. We got to believe. Thank you, Wolfie. No, I don't think that's Wolfie. I think that that's it's probably relaxing. I don't know. It could be you, Wolfie. I don't care, man. You know, a lot of gay people like me. A lot of. Hold on. I went to a party with a food truck. I was the only white guy, and they accepted me. The catfish was awesome. Yeah, we went to one. I haven't been to a. I've been to one, maybe a couple, of black, you know, barbecues, and I got a new neighbor though, and I'm hopeful. He's the one that gave me the Modelo's that I was drinking. I talked to him when he's out there, man. I think he's kind of understanding. I don't think he understood really what it is I do. I think now he's starting to kind of get it. So hopefully he understands that he's got an ally living a couple houses down from him. If the shit ever hits the fan, it's not going to, guys. People are too good. At the end of the day, we're too good. Okay, and I know. Why are you saying that now? Because I have faith and hope in humanity, and I know that people are good at the end of the day. They're just good. I mean, I helped a wreck the other day in a fucking red shirt, red hat guy. Me and him side by side working to help somebody. I mean, it's moments like that that make me realize, and just the kind words from somebody during the day. You know, just you need it at the exact time, and somebody fucking nails you, and it keeps you going. Makes you want to say a kind word to somebody else. I do like lemonade. Did you notice the 8 off the end of my name? You took the 8 off the end of your name and changed it to CTG. I did not notice that. Holy shit. Hold on. I'm wearing my glasses. Let me look. I got to squint I can barely read what y'all are writing, to be honest. I got a pair of reading glasses in there. You know what? One day I'm going to come in here and just shock the shit out of y'all. I'm just going to have my reading glasses on. I'm going to have my hair all cut. And you guys won't know who the fuck I am until I open my mouth and talk. I think it's going to happen one day. All right. That's awesome. The swan song. Bringing it. Bringing it. All right. Tell me some stories, guys. I want to know about y'all. How'd your weekend go? What'd y'all do? What'd y'all get into? What happened? What happened? And if it's just staying at home, watching TV, chilling with your dog, or girls, or kids, or cats, I still want to know. Even if it's boring. And I want to know if Wolfie got a turkey. Well, I said he was going to get a turkey the other night. I want to know if you got a turkey, dude. It's going to happen, Wolfie. It's going to happen. It's going to happen because we're going to look consistent to see if you were doing alive. Yeah, I know, man. I'm so awful my end. We need to do a set time, and I need to be committed to it, and quit. But I've been focused on this damn house and trying to get it in order, and there's a lot happening. I know I told y'all to be patient, and I know you are being patient. Somebody throw out a time. What's a good time? I don't know. I started earlier today because I had I got some things I got to do later on, and my dogs are letting me know when are you going to feed me, dickhead. Uh, let's see. Oh shit! First game, 242nd, 260. 242nd, 260. There, 210. So yes. I'm so lost. Went and got a modern projector to watch movies in bed. It's like, oh, that's what you did this weekend. Okay, okay. Uh, Went and got a modern projector to watch movies in bed. It's like being at the movie theater, but in bed. Awesome. I still love my old 8mm movie projectors, but wow, so fun. That does sound cool. It does sound cool. Did you hear that the establishment wants you to have a $3 meals? A piece of chicken, a bit of broccoli, a tortilla, and a question mark. Oh, are you talking about school meals? What are you talking about? Um, 66666 was the lowest. I saw something about food and how you could survive off this, and they tried to do it in New York or something, and they said it was doable, and it looked like shit. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I don't have kids, and if it wasn't for my dogs and my wife, I could probably. uh, I remember, man. I used to spend nothing on groceries back in the day when I was single. Um, but I'm a very good shopper. Very, very, very good shopper. That sounds like the Kennedy guy trying to fuck something up. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. And again, I want to be outraged at everything I see, but me not having kids, although, kids in certain situations, with the Epstein and all that, I am really going to represent children. You know what I mean? But with something like school lunch, it's horrible. Or not school lunch. Jesus, you're talking about surviving. My God, I'm losing my mind, dude. I might be able to survive off, I don't know, $50 a week. Maybe. Wait, maybe less than that. $25 a week. I'll survive off $25 a week. I could probably do it. Maybe. If you're just talking about food. If you're talking about everything, then let's see. Yeah, I saw that, man. Wolfie, what's a good time for you to come on, man, if we want to do these regular? 8? How y'all feel about 8? 8 would put it right at 6, where Swan's at. Swan, do you have any feeling on that? 8, 9? You'll starve off a piece of chicken and a bit of broccoli and a tortilla, but we're the greatest nation on earth, and we can live on a piece of chicken. Yeah. Screw that. I like to eat. There you go, Wolfie. Don't we all, man? Speaking of that, who did it today? Okay, couple of things. We're speaking about speaking on food. Which, by the way, y'all be proud of me. I did a lot of grocery shopping last week. I'm a fantastic grocery shopper. I know. I know. I'm frugal. I'm frugal, man. I will say, I will go on a shopping trip to Kroger's. That's our store here. And I will literally every time I go, I'm going to save. If it's a big trip, I'm going to save between $40 and $80. I'm just good at it. I've always had to be. I shop sales. You know, it's the same thing with fast food. I've told y'all, if you're willing to wreck your body and you want that kind of crap, you can get it. You can get it for cheaper by using the app. Oh, these sons of bitches now. When you use the app now, when you order something, these sons of bitches, they're getting this everywhere. They're doing it again. I found it again today. I noticed it at Sonic. When you order and it completes your order, they start giving you fucking offers. $20 Sam's Club. Accept, decline. $6.99 Hulu. Accept, decline. They give you like 3 offers after you've just ordered your food. And I noticed that at Sonic, and I was like, really? Didn't say anything about it. Thought about making a video about it. Didn't really say anything about it. Today, it happened at KFC. Yes, it happened. Or was it McDonald's? It might have been McDonald's. I know. Why did I go to KFC and McDonald's? Right back to back. I did. I'll tell you why. I went to KFC and McDonald's. They're right next to each other, and I went back to back to them today because today was my rewards day. All my rewards numbers from my different apps they wind up giving you free stuff eventually. And today, I got a quarter pounder for free. And then I walked right across and got my chicken sandwich for free. Okay, so ate one of them for lunch, might eat one for dinner, or might give it to the dogs. Who knows? It was free. So that y'all are like, this motherfucker, he is such a I'm just good at it. I'm good at being frugal and I'm good at hustling. Hate the player, don't hate the game, okay? It's even funnier than that, okay? The funny part is I stopped over at Little Caesars. Little Caesars. I was going to they have a new box, okay? Look, guys. This should be my channel, to be honest. It should be all fast food all the time. I'm not going to lie to you. They have a box. It's and it's a small personal order, but it's a Detroit style pizza, and they have what's called a sticks and slices. They make it in a pizza where half of it's the pizza and half of it's cheese sticks. Pretty good. Well, this is it's $4.99, and it's deep dish, 2 slices of pepperoni deep dish attached to deep dish cheese sticks. So I was like, yeah, I like that. $4.99. I was actually going to do a review on it. Actually, now that we're getting to the real meat and bones of it. Meat and bones of it. I was going to do a review, and but I went in and I wanted to see if they had it hot and ready, and they didn't have it hot and ready. So I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm just going to eat something else. We'll do that another day. Because I wasn't like craving it right then and there. And that's when I decided, you know what? I ain't spending none of my money. I'm going over there to get a free chicken sandwich. I'm going right over there to get my free quarter pounder. And that's what I did. But I do like that deal that they have. That's really cool. It's $4.99. It looks plenty big enough for one person. Even if you're a heavy eater, that would fill you up because it's thick. It's Detroit style. And then but what's better? I'm getting ready to give praise to a corporation. Little Caesars, look, for the most part, they've been pretty good at keeping their prices as low as they can, and some of their stuff is okay. Some of it's trash, but if you get the higher end stuff, Little Caesars is all right. I'm telling you, do not sleep on Little Caesars. I'm gonna read you, Schwan. I called you Schwan, but. But what I will brag on them about is they have that $4.99 deal. That's super cool. But they added a drink And it's not just a drink; it's a 20-ounce drink in a bottle. For four, you get that for $4.99. The just the pizza, but if you want the drink, it's only $1 more. I like that. Big ups to you guys. Big ups to you. When a lot of these companies, that's what they focus on their drinks because their drinks. That's why a lot of combos don't come with drinks because they're making all their money. They're making a lot of money on them drinks. But they actually have a 20-ounce, which probably costs them, I don't know, 80 something cents, 50 something cents, maybe somewhere in there. And they're passing the savings on to the customers and giving it to for $1 if you get that combo. So way to go. Little Caesars, pizza. All right. Long story, I know. Oh, thought you went to KFC to support our black friends. Hey, look, man, that KFC around my corner, it's got all black workers in there, and this is kind of a it's a white part of town. I'm not gonna lie, but the black people that are in there, the coolest motherfuckers you've ever met in your life. They love me. I go in there and they're like, "Hey, sweetie," they see now I'm telling on myself. I go in there to get my vegetables, my corn and my look. All I know is that they like me and I like going there because they're very nice. Very nice. All right. I just broke my fan. Hell no, relaxing music. Why would you do that, man? What'd you do? Jump up real quick and hit your head on it? If you did, you got to tell us because we at least got to get a laugh out of it. My schedule is pretty flexible. Other than that, I start dinner at 5:30 every day. 5:30 every day, so that's 3:30 here, right? I'm central. I think. Do we have 3 time zones or 2 or 4? Or 2, I mean. Wait. Do we have 3 or 4? I always thought we had 4. I don't know what. Maybe we have 3. I don't know. Oh no, relaxing music. How'd you do that? Tripped over cheddar cheese. Cheddar cheese is my cat. Yeah. Wow, what a name for a cat. Relax. Yep. Relaxing music. We talked about that one night. She's a ginger tabby. Yeah. I bet she's awesome. Relaxing music. I'm a ginger tabby. Not really. I'm a hamster. LOL. Swan. Oh, relaxing. Swan was in here. I don't know if you were in here when Swan was in here. We were playing a game and she was getting all bawdy on us and stuff. I was blushing and I felt so bad for Wolfie. I was like, man, Wolfie, poor guy. He's in here. He's got to be blushing. She's talking about what can she? I can't even remember. It was filthy. It was filthy. It's absolutely filthy. Swan, I'm kidding. I didn't see any laughs or hearts. Swan's like that son of a bitch. Oh my god. Yeah. And okay, let's do. Let's do 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock sound good? Wait. Don't do hamsters for reasons. I don't do hamsters for reasons. I don't know. I've been trying my best to behave since that night. No, that's fun. We were goofing off, man. That's what we do. Let's do 8 o'clock. Let's try that. Try 8 o'clock. I think I came on about 5:45, so 6:45. The game's probably on, right? National championship's on tonight. I know a lot of y'all don't give a shit about football or anything like that, but I do have to continue to clean. I got some things I got to do around the house that need to be done. Yes, have to be done. Oh no, blushing here. I'll have my face the color of Swan's hair. 8 your time, right? Yeah, 8 my time. So it's probably 9 o'clock. What's that too late? Wait, no, she's going backwards. She's when I'm 8, she's 7. You're 7, right? Or are you 6? You might be 6. I'm hamster because you know how hamsters are always running on their wheel but not really getting anywhere. That's me, lol. I I kind of understand that, but I'm a sucker for a redhead. Oh, relaxing, bringing it. We didn't want to bring that up the other night, about how with redheads, generally men or dogs or whatever. Shirley Manson, Garbage. The band Garbage. Relaxing, I know you know that. I remember liking Garbage, the band. I think I was out of college then. It's probably mid 90s, maybe, yeah, 94, 93. So I was just coming out of college, but I remember um, picking up on their music and really, really liking it. I liked it, had a good, I don't know, man, it just sounded raw. It sounded kind of raw in a certain way. Um, but what I really liked about it, the lead singer, she was amazing. But what made her so amazing to me was the fact that she she talked so much shit about men. I love that, dude. Her lyrics were just they were sexual, but they were demeaning towards men. Like, yeah, like she knew she was using her sexuality to the fullest in her lyrics, and I loved it. I loved it. It was so hot to hear a woman, being like, "Yeah, motherfucker, you think you're the smart one? Well, look at this. Look at this right here. You know, what's unprotected? God, I'm pregnant. Damn the consequence." That's one that comes up to mind. Oh, happy hours, golden showers, on a cruise to freak you out. I mean, she was she was just a a freaking, I don't know. She was a fully rounded, just interesting person all around. Not just sexually. I don't mean that. I mean, yeah, she was hot. Don't get me wrong, but it made it hotter because of the fact that she did that. She's like, I don't give a fuck about you, man. I'm gonna use you. I'm like, yeah, use me. You know what I mean? God. No, she was cool. She was cool. I love that band. They got a little weird later on, but I've actually gone back and watched her do concerts in the last few years. She still looks pretty good. And that music is still relevant. It's good stuff, man. All right. Oh, thank you all. Yeah, relax. You did get that started. Yeah. Yes. Relaxing. You get me on tantrums, man. At least nobody's told me I had a centipede on my wall tonight. Oh, God. Relaxing. You CTG? Don't say anything. Relaxing. Are you CTG? Fiona Apple was a hottie. Oh my God, Fiona Apple. Oh well, you are now. Relaxing. You're a member, a founding member. You are a member of the CTG. It's right up here on my wall. I scratched it up there the other day. Only a few people know about this. Only the people in the room right now know about this, but you're absolutely one of them. Maybe one day, if this thing ever gets big and we play games and we actually have a schedule and we do crazy fun stuff, then you guys will be able to come in here and go, CTG here. You know what I mean? And they'll be like, CTG, what the hell is that? And nobody else is going to know. But you're part of it. And it means you're part of the, oh yeah, I forget shit. Okay, so you heard it already. You were here. Critical Thinking Guild. Critical Thinking Guild. That's you. Hold on. Yeah, Fiona Apple. She, man, I saw her once down at the Orpheum, downtown. She came with Counting Crows, and man, yeah, she was something. She was something. She was very pale. I remember her just being up on the stage in front of that piano. She played, just stayed on her piano, and yeah, she had some great lyrics. She was very relevant. She a little too weird for some people. You know, some people were like, eh, I don't. I always thought she was cool and hot. You know, it has a lot to do with your confidence. I think if you're a confident person and you're comfortable in your skin. But Fiona had kind of a vulnerability thing about her. Yeah, she had kind of like a there was something mysterious about her that I gave it a little thought in my life, but she was a mystery. She was a mystery to me. Who she was as a person. Liked her music though, and thought she was hot too. Critical Thinking Guild, Critical Thinking Guild, Critical Thinking Gangstas. Either or. It's interchangeable. I'll tell you what. If we're ever, some nights we can do guild, and on nights we do guild, we'll all talk like we'll all talk like we're in a Ren fair. Yes, but is it morally superior to take this stance than it is this one? I mean, we we have to do some themes like that, where once you guys can call in here and we'll have some theme like, well, if you call me tonight, you got to be talking this way or acting this way. We got to be in character, right? Right? We got to do that shit. We're gonna do that. Geopolitics. Come talk geopolitics. Courtney Love, wish she was a hottie. Yeah, Courtney was, man, she was. I don't know, man. She was she talented? Yeah, she was talented, but it was a more artsy kind of talent. You know, it was a you might not understand this kind of thing, you know, but you got to give her props. I mean, people who do that, that's why I like Corey Feldman so much. You know, the guy he loves what he does, and even if it's terribly bad, I want to love watching it just because I'm not going to laugh and make fun of him when he's there. I'm going to cheer for him. And in my head, I'm going to be thinking, wow, it's so tragic, yet so heroic. It's both of those things. But he's all right. All right, I love my swan, LOL. Yeah, all right, so let's start with 8. Let's just start with 8. We'll do 8, and then we'll start tomorrow with 8, and then we'll go from there. If it gets weird, or if we start, if any of y'all have a easier time, that's cool too. I want to cater to y'all because I got there's 8 of y'all right now who I've really had good conversations with, who I think are part of the inner core. And I want to make all y'all happy. I want to make it where it's easy for y'all to get here. I don't want y'all to struggle to find my ass. You know, Jesus, and YouTube's not helping with that any. So, by the way, another auditor got attacked today, man, or yesterday. My damn First Amendment Protection Agency. He got arrested in Tupelo. Did y'all see that? He got arrested in Tupelo, which is just in my backyard. He was recording outside a dispensary on a sidewalk, and they came out and they just didn't even question him, just dragged him and cuffed him. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And then today he was in Oklahoma, and he had to pepper spray another motherfucker. It just, what are we doing, man? Why are people so quick to want to come up and throw punches on people? Stop that shit. It's ridiculous. Stop. Children. I know it's not y'all. So why am I getting angry? Shit. I'm sorry, guys. I know y'all understand that. I'll try to keep my rants to a minimum when just our core 4 or 5 are in here, okay, guys? Unless y'all just want me to do it. Some of y'all do. And I get it. I totally get it. Uh, anyway, guys, we'll do 8 o'clock tomorrow night. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go do some things and turn on that national championship game. You guys cuddle your dogs, hug your loved ones. If you don't have any of those, then turn on Netflix and learn something, or turn on YouTube and learn something. I'm actually working. That actually could be. I'm working towards a little call out, a little shout out, a little finisher, a little closer there. You know how a lot of people have closers when they sign off? Take care of yourselves and each other. It's my favorite. Tim Tracker. The vlog is over. Adam the Woo. I got one. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night. Remember, if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. Love y'all. Okay, maybe that part. That's just workshopping that. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I get too comfortable with you guys. I'm workshopping blowing kisses and shit. I'll leave that part out. I'll leave that part out. Wolfie, I love you, man. Okay, I love you. Nothing personal about any of that stuff. All right, brother. You know it. All right, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay. Until then, night.